All right, range fans, we're here today to test some PhD, personal home defense ammunition from Cutting Edge Bullets. Welcome, range fans. Mr. Revolver Guy here with dayattherange.com. That's right, range fans. We're back in the reloading layer with some Cutting Edge Bullets, PhD, personal home defense ammunition. This particular ammunition happens to be 45 ACP, 150 grain. It is machined out of solid copper. And I can tell you folks, in the packaging, it looks pretty dang on menacing to me. If you take a look at one of these pure copper home defense bullets, man, deep hollow point with 4 pedestals. As a matter of fact, there's been a lot of research, as I understand it, from Cutting Edge Bullets that has gone into this ammunition. This ammunition is machined from solid copper, a solid copper design, and it employs what Cutting Edge Bullets calls their Raptor technology. That is, you have a base, a solid copper base that will go on to protrude in ballistics gelatin some 13 to 16 inches in depth. We're going to test that today with clear ballistics gelatin, while the pedestals actually break off and cause other terminal damage and 4 different wound channels in clear ballistics gelatin. We're going to see exactly how this performs today on the range. We're going to take a 5-inch barrel since it's for home defense. We're going to take something that I think could be used easily for home defense by anybody. From a pistol standpoint, you could probably guess that is the 1911 today. We're going to put it across the chronograph and see how the speeds come in the 150 grain projectile. We're going to put it on target to see how accurate it is. And then we're going to feed it into some clear ballistics gelatin. And since it's fall already, that's right, folks, it's officially fall, people are going to start donning the big heavy coats and jackets. So you're going to see me do something today that I've never done on film before. We're going to put some clothing tests over top of the clear ballistics gelatin to really see how the Cutting Edge Bullets PhD personal home defense ammunition does. This ammunition, I will be remiss to say, is standard pressure 45 ACP. With that being said, folks, it's time to get out to the range and see how Cutting Edge Bullets personal home defense does in clear ballistics gelatin and across the chronograph. Range fans, we're out on the range with the Cutting Edge Bullets PhD home defense ammunition. Check it out. Look at that massive hollow point as you saw in the openings. We're on the range with the old 1911. There's so many of them out there, I figure there's someone out there using one for home defense. This one is a Smith & Wesson with the rail on it so that I can put my night light on it if need be, if anything were to go bump in the night. Enough talk about the 1911 because we're not here to review this beautiful specimen, maybe at a later date. We're here to talk about the Cutting Edge Bullets, pure copper and brass casings. We're going to put it across the chronograph and then we're going to put it into some clear ballistics gel. Let me get my ears in and see how it performs on the range. Now these Cutting Edge ballistics are loaded to standard pressure. And for personal defense or personal home defense, we're going to see what it does in clear ballistics gelatin. But it's loaded to standard pressure as there may be, I said may be some advantage to soft recoil in the standard pressure over plus P. And as long as we get the expansion and penetration depth, that's all that really matters. But it may allow you to put more rounds down range than the plus P ammunition. So let's see how it performs. Nice and soft.
1152.
Feeds well.
$1,133. $1,128. $1,134.
Wow, it is pretty deadly and accurate on target as well. You saw the velocity, I think about 1,100 feet per second downrange. Let's break out something a little special I brought with me that could be used as a home defense weapon also to see how it does. But you got to stay tuned to see what that is. Be right back. Okay, range fans and Reloaders Network, does anybody know what this is? This is truly a clip, not a magazine. It is a clip for Smith & Wesson 625 Jerry Miculek revolver that fires 45 ACP. That's right, we're going to fire the cutting edge bullets in the old 45 ACP and see how it performs out of the revolver and get its speeds to see if that barrel cylinder gap that everyone talks about actually decreases speed over the 1911. I will say these rounds are pretty well put together. I would also say loading them to standard pressure was probably the right thing to do. Of course, the smart people over at Cutting Edge Ballistics, or Cutting Edge Bullets, I'm sorry, know what they're doing. They've even sealed the primers on these things. So I think pretty much made them weatherproof. They're pretty accurate on target. We're going to see how accurate they are out of the revolver now. See what the speeds look like out of the revolver, and then stay tuned. We're going to put in some clear ballistics gelatin. But I got a little bit of a twist for the clear ballistics gelatin today, folks. Let's get these rounds across the chronograph. All right, we're going to take headshots on this one. We're going to do it single action. That gold bead sure stands out.
1,172. 1,173. 1,151.
Still pretty accurate. Think I did a little better with the 1911. Velocity seems to be a little bit higher in the revolver. Of course, I've got a longer barrel here, 6-inch barrel.
1,174. 1,089.
All right, 5 shots. About 1,100 feet per second, maybe about 1,120 feet per second. So picked up a little speed out of the old 6-inch revolver, but now what everybody came to see, and that's that clear ballistics gelatin test with a little bit of a twist, range fans and Reloaders Network. Let's see what I got cooked up today. Dead center strike. Take a look at that, guys. Isn't it interesting? Exactly as the manufacturer said it would work. At about 2 inches into the block, you see the petals split off. You can see the wound channels there. 4 separate wound channels. My clear ballistics gelatin not as clear as it should be because I've reused it quite a few times now, as you guys have seen. But yeah, works as expected. Hit it about 1,100 feet per second, I would say. But you can see there from the top, 1, 2, 3, 4 distinct petals that have split off. Yeah, right about 2 inches. Let's see, where did it go? That's a 16-inch block. Did it stop there? No. So it went actually into the second ballistics gel block at I would call it 18 inches, folks. That's right, 18 inches of penetration from 150 grain cutting edge bullets. That's not bad performance. And it feeds easily in the 1911. And because it's reloaded to standard pressure, I know I could double tap with ease. But I got a little something special I want to show you. Let me get things set up for you, and we'll be right back. Check it out, folks. That's right. The first time Mr. Revolver Guy will be using clothing over clear ballistics gelatin tests. So I've got an old jacket of mine here. Really, really old. I'm embarrassed to say I can't wear the thing anymore. But anyways, you can see that jacket. I've got it tucked in underneath the first block of gelatin. We're going to put another round through the 1911. And because it's getting fall, I figured why not break out a jacket to see what this thing will do. It is a pretty tough, thick jacket, but I wanted to see how these petals would break apart, how it would hold together, see if it prevents it from breaking apart and clogging like in traditional hollow points. Well, let's get to the test, folks. Range Fans and Reloaders Network. Let's look at the results. That's the entry wound right there. I put this old leather patch, that happens to be leather, on top of this nylon. You can see it went clearly through. Here's what the inside of the jacket looks like, folks. That's the exit wound right there. That's the exit wound from the projectile cutting edge bullets that I just fired through. But what's amazing is the results in the clear ballistics gelatin. So it still performed, folks, exactly as expected by the manufacturer. Take a look. About 2 inches in yet still, we've got those 4 petals, 1, 2, 3, 4, all breaking off. And if you look at it now from the 2 rounds that's been fired in the clear ballistics gelatin, you can see 8 petals there, all within the same spec. I mean, they really have tight quality assurance on this. And that's where it went in through the coat, wintertime coat. Let's see, it went through, leaving some coat behind right there, some fabric from the coat behind. And then it penetrated again up to 18 inches. That's it right there on top, folks. That's the bullet right there on top. So I've got to say, I'm pretty impressed with cutting edge bullets and their new PhD ammo. I may have to even get some more for my own personal home defense. But I definitely want to make sure I run 100 or so through my home defense 1911 to ensure that I have 100% flawless feeding with no errors. I can tell you today, amongst the 20 rounds that I've had, yes, it's been absolutely flawless. So there you have, folks. If you're curious about the PhD personal home defense cutting edge bullets, Google them, take a look at it, and tell me what you think about it. And right there, you have the base of both of those projectiles lodged into the second block of the clear ballistics gelatin. Right there, that was shot number 1, and this is shot number 2. Both getting the job done. Yeah, it's not over yet, folks. Stay tuned for my friends over at the Reloaders Network that oftentimes accuse me of being too close to the target. So we're going to see what I'm up to today. Notice I do have, these are 25-foot target, folks. 25-foot targets, rapid fire pistol targets, official NRA rapid fire 25-foot pistol targets. Notice I've got 2 posted because I'm going to drop back to the 25-yard line. We're going to do the 1911 up top, Revolver on the bottom, and see what my accuracy looks like today. All right, Reloaders Network, let's see what I'm made of today with the Smith & Wesson 1911. Top target, 25 yards away. See how well we do with the cutting edge ballistics bullets. We saw how well they did in the clear ballistics gelatin. And man, I didn't even think about this. Now that they perform as expected, boy, they've made a mess of my gelatin. I'll probably have to cut it all up to get it ready for the next video. But until then, let's see what we can do at range and see how accurate they turn out to be. Let me get my ears in, and let's put some rounds down range. I got 4 rounds loaded up in the old 1911. Put it down range, and we're going to see what the 4-round group does. Then I've got my 4 last rounds and the Smith & Wesson 625 ready to go in the moon clip behind me. Let's see. Oh man, shoots high. I'm gonna take the same point of aim, see what group I can get. Not so good. It's more me than it is the ammunition. Woo, let's head down range, see what that 25-yard group looks like. With the Smith & Wesson 1911, I probably should have took a 6 o'clock hold here, but I was taking a dead center hold here. And as you can see, I have 1, 2 impact, still not in the bullseye. But if it would have been steel, 2 impact, and then 2 up here off target out of the 4. Let's see if we could tighten this up a little bit with the Smith & Wesson 625 on the bottom target. All right, I got the old Smith & Wesson 625 on the range at 25 yards. We're gonna shoot at that bottom target. I've got 4 of my last rounds loaded up in this old moon clip here. And we're gonna see how it does. This time I'll take a 6 o'clock hold and see what kind of groups we can turn in, folks. Single action, 6 o'clock hole, front gold bead, dot sight. Let's see. Last shot. Eject's pretty easy. Let's head down range, take a look at that target. All right, we got a little bit better with the Smith & Wesson 625. Almost got 2 in the black there, but almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. So I would say we got 3 hits. If this was a steel target, we got 3 hits on target, 1, 2, 3 from 25 yards. And then I have a miss down here. Well, that's what it looks like, folks. That's the distance test and the accuracy. More about me than it is the ammunition. I need to shoot more at that distance, obviously. But I got to tell you what, cutting edge bullets didn't let me down today. The performance through clothing and also into the clear ballistics gelatin, in my view, was spectacular. Hit the subscribe button and leave your comments down low. Let me know what you think about this video, as well as if you would trust cutting edge bullets with your life. Mr. Revolver Guy, signing out.